Hello, Mid-Michigan, and welcome to high school volleyball action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Your boy Chris Spockman with you, and oh boy, what a good one we have tonight. The playoffs don't start for, a couple weeks or so, but we have championship volleyball for you here tonight. The Mount Pleasant Oiler girls, champions of the Saginaw Valley League North. The Davison girls, champions of the Saginaw Valley League South. They're set to battle it out here in just a little bit to be crowned, see who will be crowned the Saginaw Valley League champion. I feel like I'm talking about some Karate Kid stuff or something with all the Valley League stuff, but what a battle it is going to be here tonight. These two teams did see each other kind of in the off-season, the preseason, I will say. And, oh, boy, they had a really, really good scrimmage, I was told, by head coach Brandy Grokowskis. And Davison, one of those schools in your Mount Pleasant, outside of football, you got to go up against these schools that are two and a half times your size. And so if you're Mount Pleasant, this could be a team you see later in the Division I playoffs as well. It is the Woods also pregame show, and you know we're coming to you live from our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Also much love going out to Gates Drilling and Service, Bill's Custom Fab, The Bird All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, Weefrich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, Brad Malley Well Drilling, along with Malley Construction. Abby Webster, the setter this evening for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls, the senior setter. She's been fantastic all year. Carmen Loya, the libero, she'll be switching in and out a bunch. Also starting Lucy Malino, Morgan Borodachuk, Kylie Hutchins, Lizzie Laney, and Alexi Borodachuk. So if you're familiar with softball, basketball, a lot of those same names going to be out here for volleyball tonight, competing in the Saginaw Valley League Championship. And there is a packed student section across the way from me for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. It is going to be a fun one here tonight. We're going to take a break. When we come back, could be, middle of the national anthem. Could be just getting ready for the national anthem. I've made the joke over the last couple of years. Volleyball not necessarily built for the broadcast. We'll see if we can get them to work on it. But we'll be back. More Woods House pregame show coming up. First serve, Saginaw Valley League Championship. Davison, the Mount Pleasant Oilers here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family to call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary, he can be yours too.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Bogwai Banga and Bradley on Main Street in Mount Pleasant provides uncompromising integrity when providing tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in the Mid-Michigan area. Bogwai Banga and Bradley has an expert CPA ready to help you, whether you're an individual that needs help with taxes or a business that needs help with, just about everything. Bogwai Banga and Bradley is a leader in the community and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Visit them online at bwbpc.com or stop into their office on Main Street in downtown Mount Pleasant. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Martinez Lawn Care, just like our local football teams, can keep your yard looking good deep into fall, and we all know winter is coming. Call now to get on their snow plowing schedule. Find Martinez Lawn Care on Facebook or call them at 989-317-5536. Brickner and Bunker Farm Bureau Insurance Group is Mid-Michigan's #1 team for protecting what matters most to you. Home, auto, life, farm, business. They offer a wide variety of coverage at affordable rates with the customer service of a best friend. Visit Brickner and Buckner Farm Bureau Insurance Group on Pickard Road or visit them online at bricknerbunkerinsurance.com.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
You can hear the crowd roar at the end of the national anthem, and here we go. Saginaw Valley League Championship Volleyball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. The Mount Pleasant Orla girls taking on the Davison girls. And again, this is just a huge one. I think this might be the first time they've done things this way, where you have the South champ and the North champ meeting at the end of the year to battle it out. Davison comes into tonight at 24-3 on the year. The Orla girls come in at 25-6-1 on the year. Again, right now, everybody being introduced on both sides for Mount Pleasant and for Davison. And here comes the starting lineup, the girls for the Oilers. I'll run through the whole lineup here. Abby Webster, Tessa Irvin, Haley McIntyre, Carmen Loya, Lucy Malino, Morgan Barodachuk, Kylie Hutchins, Ella Dawson, Maya Huzzy, Annika Bursma, Lizzie Laney, and Lexi Barodachuk. Lexi Barodachuk, Morgan Barodachuk, two sophomore twins that are just all-sports superstars for this Oiler girls program. Doesn't matter if it's here in the fall for volleyball, in the basketball for winter, or in the spring for softball. Actually, I believe it was Morgan Barodachuk that I saw against these very same Davison Cardinals last year that had a grand slam to help the Oilers come back from behind to pick up the victory versus Davison SVL League softball action. Here we go. The Oilers, the Cardinals meeting underneath the net to exchange some high fives, and more love going out to J&J Auto, Blackco Pools and Spas, Konowinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, ENS Graphics, Mount Pleasant Automotive, Bryce Updegraff and Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Along with the friends at Mount Pleasant Public Schools, they're hiring bus drivers. They also need subs and parapros. To get started with all that, head to mtpleasantschools.net. Also love to Martinez Lawn Care, Bogue, Wybanga, and Bradley. Powell Frame and Collision, Dick Silva Auto Sales, Brickner and Bunker Insurance Group, Block Electric, The Diner, WW Construction, All Seasons Fireworks, Pier Plumbing, Hanging by a Thread, and GNS Mechanical. If there do happen to be some folks listening down in the Davison area, we're going to learn kind of about that lineup together. I'll do the best I can with some of those youngsters out there. Do see Michaela Naves coming in, the libero for Davison. So libero can sub in and out as much as they want, and they're wearing the different colored jerseys out there. So for the Orla girls, you got Carmen Loy out there in the blue, the rest of the team wearing the white. Davison out there in the white, but in the Cardinal red is Michaela Naves. Here we go. The Saginaw Valley League Championship here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Here comes the first serve. Chance for Davis to set something up on the far side. Nice dig from Barodachuk. Now Webster looking to set up her teammate. Little tip's going to stay on the side of the Oilers. Malino trying to go short with that one to sneak it in. Not really going for the power shot there. Point goes to Davison. Again, Davison comes in at 24-3 on the year. On the serve for the Cardinals is Addison Dunning. Going to be a back row, just pass here from Barodachuk. Free ball essentially here for the Cardinals. It's going to be blocked at the net, but it was a nice kill there still from Ayla Phelps. And you get that block, but not always it goes back on the other side of the net, and it becomes a really tough play when it doesn't do so. Great serve. Nice dig from the Oilers on the serve. Now a play at the net. It's going to be blocked, but as I just said, it doesn't fall on the side of the Oilers. So a big-time smash on the far side there for the Oiler girls and Lucy Malino. She'll be on the serve right now for the Oiler girls as well. 2-1 Davison here in set number one of this possible five-set match. Play at the net. Big-time smash. Nice dig from the Oiler girls. It was Malino. Barodachuk with a big-time smash. Trying to dig it out with Stimson, but there was not anything Berkeley Stimson could do with it. Barodachuk with a big-time hammer from the front row. Malino back on the serve, and we're tied at 2 apiece with the Oilers and the Cardinals. Cardinals just have to pass this one over. Free ball opportunity. Webster looking to set up her teammate. It's going to be blocked at the net, but it doesn't matter. It was smashed over across on the other side by Lizzie Laney. Pardon me, that was Lexi Barodachuk, not Lizzie Laney there with the smash. Pardon me. Play at the net for Davison. It's a good one. with the kill for the Cardinals. It's Landry Spywak. 4-2, Cardinals with the lead. Substitution coming in for Davison is going to be Darby Crystal. Those substitutions throughout the night brought to you by Mount Pleasant Automotive. Just like these coaches need replacement parts, you need replacement parts for your vehicle. Mount Pleasant Automotive's got them. Ground ball here for Borodchuk. It's going to be good for the point. She got the dig, got the pass back to her, and then she goes for the ground ball, and she gets the kill. Big-time play there. Lizzie Laney, the sophomore, checking into the game. So across the front row, you've now got Lizzie Laney, Morgan Borodchuk, and Lexi Borodchuk. A trio of sophomores up there in the front. On the serve for the Oiler girls, it's Haley McIntyre. It's a nice short serve. Davison looking to go cross court to set up the hit. It's not there. Now an opportunity for Morgan Borodchuk. She'll tip this one over, looking for the empty space. Nice diving dig there from the Cardinals. Great dig from the Oiler girls. That was Webster. Nice rally here between both teams. Going for the dig in the back row was Tessa Irvin. It was a beautiful play from the Cardinals. Nothing the Oilers could do with it. We're tied at 4 apiece here in set number 1. You got a team coming in at 24-3-1. The other team coming in, what did I say, 24-5-1 or something like that for the Oiler girls. You have to actually write that down. It'd be a smart idea. With two teams that expect to win, you expect a battle. That one goes into the net, but Borodchuk will take it as Morgan Borodchuk gets another kill. The Oilers 25-6-1. Davison 24-3. Lexi Borodchuk on the serve for the Oiler girls. Play at the net is going to be a good one. Right in the middle, it was Darby Crystal. So from the middle, she went to the near side here, right on the line. It would have been a really tough play for the Oilers to handle. Davison on the serve. 5-5 is the score. It's Adeline Wilcox with the serve. Webster looking to set up. Borodchuk is blocked at the net. Big time block from Addison Dunning. But if you're Morgan Borodchuk, that's what you got to do. You got to go for the smash. If it gets blocked, oh well, you just tip your cap to the other team. Very similar going into the paint for basketball. Every once in a while, you're going to get blocked. Most of the time, though, in basketball, you're going to get that foul call. Most of the time here in volleyball, you're still going to get that point or make it a really tough play on the other side of the net. What a play from Borodchuk. This time, she doesn't go for the smash. She goes for the back corner, and it is pinpoint accuracy, and she gets it to where nobody is in that aforementioned back corner. 6-6 now the score, as neither team can separate themselves here in set number 1. Tessa Irving checking out of the game for the Oiler girls. It's Morgan Borodchuk on the serve for Mount Pleasant. It's going to go into the net, falls on the side of Mount Pleasant, so it'll be a point for Davison. That's something that's been different the last, 15, 20 years. Back in my day, if you'd have hit it into the net, that would have been just an immediate point for the other team, or a side out, they would have called it. That is no longer the case. Nice play from the Oiler girls as they get the point. 7-7 now the score. Kylie Hutchins checking into the game for the Oiler girls. Coming out is Lizzie Laney. Also coming out is Haley McIntyre. Out there for the Oiler girls is the aforementioned Hutchins. Also Malino on the serve right now is Carmen Loya. Morgan Borodchuk, Lexi Borodchuk also out there as well. Smash, and then it's blocked by the Oilers. Davison somehow saves it, but as it goes back to the stands, they can't stay with it. Big time play from the Oiler girls at the net. And also the other young lady out there, Miss Abby Webster. Front row ready for her setter spot. Point guard of the volleyball teams. Big smash to the net's blocked by the Oilers. Nice save from Mount Pleasant. Now looking for the back row attack. The Oiler girls somehow keep it alive. What a play from the Oiler girls. You can hear the roar from the student section. This time going for the tip at the net is Dunning. Oiler girls ready for it. Malino with a ground ball. Play at the net for Dunning once again. The Oiler girls somehow save it. It goes across. Play at the net. Once again, the Oiler girls look to keep it alive. Borodchuk diving towards the bench. She won't be able to save it. The Davison crowd comes to life as things are intense here. The Saginaw Valley Championship, just like you would expect. It is 8-8 here in set number 1. Serving is Berkeley Stimson for Davison. Webster looking to set up Malino. Her smash is going to be, pardon me, that was Hutchins. A little too long on the smash there as it went more towards the basketball baseline as opposed to the line you want to be going towards for volleyball. 9-8 Davison in front. Set number 1 of the Saginaw Valley League Championship here at Mount Pleasant High School on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Malino goes for the hammer. It's blocked at the net. What a play from Ayla Phelps. And you've heard me say that name, Ayla Phelps, a couple times. She's just a freshman on the roster. The plays she made, it almost makes me wonder if it's wrong, but then I hear that she's a freshman chant coming from Davison. So, yeah, what a play out there from the freshman. Little center dump from Webster. Ready for it was Michaela Naves. Great play from Naves. Webster now wants to set things up for a teammate behind her, Lexi Borodachuk. That's going to go long. 11-8 is the score. Might be the biggest lead of this first set here for either team. Remaining on the serve is Berkeley Stimson. Dug out by Borodachuk. Webster, now Morgan Borodachuk. Play at the net's going to be blocked. That was Malino on the block in front there. 11-9 Davison in front. Abby Webster, the senior setter, now on the serve. Out there with a pair of Borodachuk's, Malino, Carmen Loya, and Kylie Hutchins. Play at the net, going for the back row corner. It's going to be long, though, for Addison Dunning. Dunning appears to be the girl they want to go to on the far side of the court for Davison so far. She's had a number of opportunities at the net. Here comes another one for Dunning. It's going to be a smash blocked by the Orla girls, but still lands on that side. Point goes to Davison. Substitution coming in for Davison. Carolyn Jenkins, the sophomore, into the game for the Cardinals. Addison Dunning, mentioned her name a bunch. She's on the serve. Little tip at the net for the Orla girls. Davison, trouble to keep it alive. It will go over the net, but they go into the net. Points them out Pleasant. They were down 11-8. They've now battled back. It's 12-11. Davison in front here in set number 1. Lucy Malino's back on the serve for the Orla girls. Play at the net is going to be a missed time between the setter and the hitter. Point will go to the Oilers. 12-12. Got a feeling this is an opportunity for Mount Pleasant right here. They can make some type of little run, go up by 4 or 5 points, give them a big advantage here in set number 1 as neither team has been able to separate themselves by more than 3 points. Ground ball by Davison, handled well by the Oilers. Borodachuk, big hammer at the net. It's blocked and dug out. Nice play from Davison. Little tip from Davison. Morgan Borodachuk with the dig. Now Lexi Borodachuk hits it over. And it won't be a point. They're going to say it was out of bounds just off the line here. A lot of times you got the JV girls calling the in, calling the out. Tip of the cap to Coach McIntyre, or AD McIntyre in this case, I should say. Got 4 officials out there calling the lines as well with this big SVL championship. That one's going to go long. No, they're going to say it was tipped. Point will go to the Oiler girls. No, they're going to flip it. Point will go to Davison. Good job by the officials there making that eye contact cross court to make sure they're on the same page. Davison back up to 14-12. Webster setting up Morgan Borodachuk near sides, blocked at the net. Now play for Davison, blocked at the net by the Orla girls. Play on the far side, it's going to be just out. The Orla girls looking for a reprieve. They won't get it. 15-12, Davison goes up. Substitution coming into the game is Bursma. She'll replace Lexi Borodachuk. 15-12, Davison in front. Webster looking to set up Borodachuk. A little miscommunication there, but it's going to work out all right as Davison doesn't really have a play and they go long with the hit. Both Morgan Borodachuk and Bursma were kind of going for the ball. It still got sent over and made it a tough play for Davison. Couple more substitutions coming in for the Orla girls. On the serve right now is Haley McIntyre. 15-13, Davison in front. Well, the girls haven't trailed by more than 3, but they've been down a bit here now. There's a big-time smash from the Davison girls. It's Darby Crystal getting the point there. 16-13. Out there for the Oiler girls, it's Lizzie Laney, Abby Webster, Morgan Borodachuk, Carmen Loya, Tessa Irvin, along with Lizzie Laney. That one's going to go into the net, point to Davison. It's now 17-13. And pardon me, it's actually a Bursma out there. I said Laney twice as I was trying to reset things for the Oiler girls. Timeout on the court for Mount Pleasant. A good timeout in this situation if you are Coach Grakowskis, because your team's down by 4. This is the most you've trailed in set number 1. It was 11-8 earlier in this set. You battle back out at 10-11. But now Davison still not running away with things here with a 17-13 lead. But once you get down by 7-8 points in volleyball, it can become very, very tough. Much love also going out to Dance Again, Dresco Simon Shop in Wademan. Homecoming might be might be over, but snowball right around the bend, and prom, will be here before you know it. You can tell how many of those dances I went to back in my day when I say that. But if you need that dress, you don't got to go far. You just got to go to Wademan, and you will get hooked up. Carol Lynch and the crew out at Dance Again, Dresco Simon Shop in Wademan. Also love the Isabella Community Sportsplex, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, Smith & Sons, the Beale City Village Store, Sydney's Judges Bench, Dog Central, Berry Funeral Home, Boomer's Lawn Care. What a big-time smash, a boom from Morgan Borodachuk right there from Boomer's Lawn Care as she gets the big-time smash. Woohoo, boy. 17-14. Talk about a play that'll get your team momentum back on your side. That's like a big-time dunk out there when you have one of those smashes. Opportunity here for Davison at the net. Great diving save there on the far side from Lexi Borodachuk. Another tip at the net. They're going to say that Davison went into the net. Point will go to the Oiler girls. 17-15. So 2 consecutive points here after the timeout from Coach Grakowskis as her team looks to get momentum back in the white, blue, and gold. Nice dig from the Oiler girls. Now play for Borodachuk. It's blocked or tipped at the net, I should say. Free ball opportunity here for the Oiler girls. Webster, little setter. No, they weren't ready for it. 17-16. What a play from Abby Webster. Now a timeout from Davison as it's 17-16. The Oilers with 3 consecutive points in set number 1. Timeout was called by Coach Grakowskis when it was 17-13. They battled it back now to 17-16. Let's see if the Oiler girls can continue their run after this timeout. More love going out to Doozy's Ice Cream Place. I am a little bummed that they are closed and I can no longer get my Arctic Swirl. More love going out almost up north in Stitches for Britches, your official Claire Pioneer Gear headquarters. Shavers Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, the Fisher Companies, Central Concrete, Central Asphalt, and Fisher Transportation, along with Kenneth Egger, DDS. What a game we got for you this Friday for the first time ever. The Beale City Aggies versus the Ithaca Yellow Jackets on the gridiron. Ooh, boy. Lexia Borodachuk remains on the serve for the Oiler girls. Play at the net for Crystal. It's dug out in the back row by Tessa Irvin. What a play from Irvin. And the Oilers will get the point to tie it up at 17 apiece. A 4-0 run from the Oiler girls after the Grakowskis timeout. And what a dig from Tessa Irvin on that play to keep things alive for the Oiler girls. Play from the far side for Davison. Loya with the dig. Webster wants to set up Laney. She tips it over. Will tip over right into the back row. Excellent play from Darby Crystal to get the kill for Davison. They go back up 18-17. But a great 4-0 run there from the Oiler girls to tie things up. With 17-13, a quick timeout, they score 4 straight. Back on the serve is going to be Wilcox for Davison. Play at the net for Borodachuk. She hammers it. Davison desperate to keep it alive. They'll be able to get a play at the net themselves. Nice dig from Loya. It's going to go over the net, though, and make for an easy play for Darby Crystal. That's what can happen with those digs when those big-time smashes or those great serves come over. You just have to dive and get your hands underneath the volleyball. Sometimes it pops right back over across the net and makes for an easy play on the front row. 19-17. Wilcox with the serve. It's a good one. Play for Barochuk on the far side. She looks to go cross court. It's dug out by Davison. Play for Laney. She's blocked at the net. Oilers keep it alive. Pops back over to Davison. Block from the Oilers. Davison now keeps it alive. This one's going to be blocked and it'll go out of bounds, but it was tipped at the net. Another big-time smash from the senior, Addison Dunning, on the far side of the court. It's 20-17. Davison in front here in set number 1. Timeout on the floor from the Oiler girls. Another good timeout coming from Mount Pleasant here. As you start to feel momentum slip away a bit. It was 17-13 Davison. Oiler girls called a timeout. A 4-0 run to make it 17-17. It's now 20-17, a little 3-0 run here from the Davison girls. More love going out to our friends at Barbary Law. It's coming to you from the Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Got our gates, drilling, and service intermissions, we will say, here in between sets. Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game. It's going to be hard to beat that Barochuk smash that she had earlier. And it's funny enough, I was saying Boomer's lawn care, and she absolutely boomed that one down. I also love the Bird All-American Grill. Had some dinner there. It was pregame, and I guess no drinks, just the burger and the Coca-Cola before this one. Big shout out to them for being big sponsors of what we do here. A little miscommunication there between Webster and Laney. It's going to be an easy point for Davison, 21-17. Remaining on the serve, it's Adeline Wilcox. She's had a nice little run here. It's 4 consecutive now for Davison after the Oiler girls came back to tie it up at 17 apiece. Barochuk looks to go cross court. What a play right at the net. Darby Crystal was set up perfectly on the play by Daphne Darling. Sophomore setter for Davison. 22-17. 5 consecutive points at the serve for Adeline Wilcox. Barochuk, play on the far side. Hammers this one for the point. Woo! 22-18. That one went halfway up into the stands here at Mount Pleasant High School. So you got everybody across on the far side, just this lone guy on the near side of the bleachers here. But a big shout out to Coach Rukowskis, Jason McIntyre, making sure I get the best view in the house. Brought to you by Woods Household Appliance to bring you this action. Malino with the play. It's dug out in the back row by Wilcox. Singing over his Naves on the third touch. Webster sets up Malino on the near side. Nice dig from Naves. Now a play from Darby Crystal. The other girls keep it alive. Big time rally between both teams here, but that smash from Dunning will not be handled. 23-18. Davison in front here in set number 1. That serve's going to go out. (23-19) is the score. On the serve is Carmen Loya. Love to get an ace or two here if you're Mount Pleasant, but with the way these two teams are playing, the skill they've got out there, you're not going to see a whole lot of aces. Webster sets up Malino for the tip. Nice dig on the far side from Dunning. She's all over the place. Big block at the net from the Oiler girls for the point. 23-20 is the score. Big time block there on the near side. Hutchins was out there. Malino was out there. Lexi Barochuk was out there. Carmen Loya with the serve. Play for Dunning on the far side. She's blocked at the net. Tipped back over by Davison. Play for Malino. It's dug out by Naves. Now another play for Dunning. She'll tip this one over. Nice read from Lexi Barochuk to be able to handle that one. Play at the net's tip, blocked, kept alive by Dunning. Now Dunning goes for the smash. She's going to be blocked at the net. What a job by Lexi Barochuk to dive and keep it alive. Webster sends it over with a ground ball. Play at the net. It's blocked by the Oilers. Naves keeps it alive. Another opportunity. This one for Dunning. Her smash is going to be in. What a rally there. And now it's set point for Davison on another big-time smash from the senior, Addison Dunning. Coming in on the serve is Berkeley Stimson. Webster wants to set up Malino. It's blocked at the net, but Davison somehow keeps it alive. It stays on their side. Loya, Webster, tipped over by Hutchins. Chance for Dunning to go for the hit and set point, and she'll get it. 25-20, set number one goes the way of the Davison Cardinal. It was back and forth for a while, but after it was tied at 17 apiece, 8-3 to finish things off for the Davison Cardinals. We're headed to set number two. It's the Saginaw Valley League Championship here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. For the Oiler girls, you absolutely cannot go down 2-0 against this powerful Davison volleyball team. Back with more right after this here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher today or give them a call at 989-317-8582. Mallett Construction in Mount Pleasant are experts in residential and commercial construction. From poured walls, flat work, pipe work, and road work, Mallett Construction does it all. And they are Michigan Department of Transportation pre-qualified. Mallett Construction is family-owned and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Bryce Updegraff with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates thanks the coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-620-6595. The Diner, where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, the Diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at the Diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The Diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to the action on this Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barbary Law Studios, built by Konowinski Construction. Gates Drilling and Service, little intermission right there. Also love Bill's Custom Fab, the Bird All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, Weefrich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, best seat in the house. I think it's this cat this evening. I got one whole side of the gym to myself. Also love Brad Malley, Well Drilling, Malley Construction, J&J Auto, Blackco Pools and Spas, Konowinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, ENS Graphics, Mount Pleasant Automotive, and Bryce Updegraff, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Set number two here in the Saginaw Valley League Championship. The Davison girls have gone up 1-0 here on the home turf of the Oiler girls. Dunning, the nice hammer. It's dug out by Loya. What a play from Carmen Loya to keep it alive. And then getting the smash is Barodachuk for the point. 1-0 Oiler girls go in front. On the serve will be the senior setter, Abby Webster. Also out there, Morgan Barodachuk, Logan Barodachuk. Just coming in right now is Annika Burzma. Also Carmen Loya out there. And Miss Malino. Another point for the Oiler girls. They go up 2-0 here in set number two. Webster sends this one over with the right hand. Little back set there from Davison. It works out very, very well. What a play in front. And I said earlier that it was Daphne Darling setting things out there. Dunning also making the kind of set there as well. Again, Addison Dunning, I've called her name an awful lot as she gets the ace there as well. And again, tough play there for the other girls that goes into the net a bit. But Dunning will get the serve back. It's 2-2 here in set number 2. Whole lot of twos out there. Shots from my man, Aiden Mendel and Bogwai Banga and Bradley. This one for Dunning, though, will go into the net. 3-2 Oilers go in front. On the serve for the Oiler girls, it's going to be Lucy Malino, the junior, oppo hitter. Well, back set there at the net, and again, it's going to work out really, really well for the Oiler girls. It's Berkeley Stimson on the set there. And as I say that, the setter, there's been a few girls maybe. Again, I saw out there a bunch. It felt like in the first set was Daphne Darling, but now it looks like 4 is out there setting, 7 setting some as well. Kind of a back row attack there from the Oiler girls. Play at the net. Oh, what a play from Darby Crystal. She sent that one over to the side as she saw the opening, and a beautiful setup there from Stimson. On the serve now is the libero for Davison, Michaela Naves. 5-3, Davison in front here in set number 2. Brodachuk goes for the smash, going to be blocked at the net. Back over to the side of the Oilers. Or no, pardon me, it won't be. It will be a point for the Oiler girls. And those are the plays when I'm not right at the net. That perfect view, it's hard to tell. Bounce back and forth this way if it goes out of bounds on which side. But your boy doing the best he can. I keep making the joke, 4 or 5 years I'll get volleyball down similar to football, basketball, and baseball and softball. What a play there from Davison. They're up 6-4. Again, it was 17-13 when Coach Grakowskis called the timeout in set number 1. When you're down 1-0, I wonder if maybe you've got a shorter leash for that timeout. I was talking with a lot of volleyball coaches. That timeout a lot of times is just to try and stop the momentum of the other team. Morgan Brodachuk with a ground ball. Tip there from Darby Crystal is going to be blocked at the net. And that's the danger of going with the tip instead of the big-time hammer if you're Crystal at the net. A little bit easier to block and control on the block if you're the Oiler girls. Lexi Brodachuk now in the game at the serve for the Oiler girls. 6-5, Davison leads it here in set number 2. They lead it 1-0. It's going to be an ace for Brodachuk. Carolyn Jenkins kind of doing the my bad out there, mishandling that one a bit. 6-6. We are tied here in set number 2. I feel like it's very, very important for the Oiler girls to take set number 2. You do not want to go down 2-0 against a team in Davison. It's 24-3. Cardinals will go into the net there. Point for the Oiler girls, up 7-6. Lexia Brodachuk remains on the serve for the Oiler girls. That one's going to go long. A couple nice serves there from Brodachuk. Also out there with her sister Morgan Brodachuk, Tessa Irvin, Carmen Loya, Abby Webster. And in the middle, you've got Lizzie Laney. 7-7 the score. Set number 2. Davison leads at 1-0. Wilcox on the serve. Laney goes to the little tip over. It's going to stay in front of her, though. Point will go to Davison. 8-7, Davison with the lead. Wilcox had a really nice run at the serve for the Cardinal girls to help close out that first set. I have another nice little run here. Brodachuk with the overhand smash dug out. Now Dunning going for the play. She's going to be blocked at the net. Lexi Brodachuk dives to try and save it. It will not happen, though. Point to Davison, 9-7. Wilcox back on the serve. Play at the net for Brodachuk. It's tipped and dug out by Wilcox. Now Dunning goes for the play. Nice dig in the back row from Tessa Irvin. Here to the near side of Morgan Brodachuk. She's going to be blocked on the play. Big time block from Darby Crystal. 10-7. Davison in front. And that's similar to what I talked about when you're Brodachuk. You got to go up for that big time smash or that tip. Like in basketball, every once in a while, you're just going to get blocked. It's the way it goes. 10-7 the score. Wilcox remains on the serve. Brochuk will dump over this time. Another big smash from Darby Crystal. Woo, boy. Bill's Custom Fab, fabrication of the game type stuff right there. Darby Crystal set up absolutely beautiful by Daphne Darling as she hammers that one cross court for the point towards the back row. 11-7 or 7-11 sometimes you got to say when this is the score. Or the girls trailing Davison 1-0. Now trailing in set number 2, 11-7. Timeout coming from Coach Grakowskis here as her team goes down 4. It's a good situation for this for your first timeout here in set number 2. More love going out to our friends. G&S Mechanical, hanging by a thread. Pier Plumbing, All Seasons Fireworks. WW Construction, The Diner, Block Electric, Brickner and Bunkner Insurance Group, Dick Silva Auto Sales, Powell Frame and Collision, Bogwa Bang Gun Bradley, along with our friends Jared and the crew at Martinez Lawn Care. Adeline Wilcox remains on the serve. Little 4 or 5 point run for her. As I say that, the old broadcaster's jinx as it goes into the net there for Wilcox. Substitution coming into the game is Madeline Molyneux. She'll replace Tessa Irvin. Substitution replacement part for Coach Grakowskis, brought to you by our friends at Mount Pleasant Automotive. Got all the replacement parts for your vehicle. Brochuk sends that one into the net there. 12-8, Davison goes in front. On the serve now for the Davison girls, it's Caroline Jenkins. No, it is going to be Peyton Beagle. It's a great serve. Had to be dug out on the dive by the Orla girls. Now there's a play at the net. It's going to go the way of Davison and Addison Dunning. 13-8 is the score. 5 point lead now for the Cardinal girls. Play on the near side for Molyneux. Blocked at the net. Somehow Molyneux keeps it alive. What a play out there from Lucy Molyneux. Back row attack for Borodachuk. It's going to go long. 14-8, Davison in front. The Oiler girls, this is a big moment right here. You're down 1-0. You're now down by 6 points here in set number 2. You got to make something happen. Nice dig in the back row from Davison on the smash from Molyneux. Free ball opportunity here for the Oiler girls. Molyneux goes up, hammers it down the lines. Dug out by Davison. Goes back out of the side of the Oilers. Little center dump there from Webster. Davison was not ready for it. A diving attempt on the far side of the court from Wilcox. Couldn't come up with the volleyball. That is a big-time play right there from Abby Webster. Her team desperately needed the point. She was able to give it to them. Now it's Carmen Loya on the serve. The other girls need a run. Webster here to the near side for Molyneux. What a dig from Wilcox. Webster now looking to set up Hutchins. She goes for the tip. Naves is able to dig it out. Now a play for Dunning. Borodachuk here to the near side to Molyneux. Her smash is going to go out of bounds. Point to Davison, 15-9, a 6-point advantage. I think right now the officials are going to get together. One official said it was in, the other said it was out. But I think the guy who was closest made the out call, so I think it's going to be that. Are you 100% for sure? So the one official was looking cross court in between players. The other one was right there on it. And so it will remain Davison's point. 15-9 is the score. You like that job by the officials. They're not going to agree on everything either. They get together, make sure they've got the right call. Comes the serve from Stimpson. Both Borodachuk's get a touch, and it's sent over by Molyneux. Naves now sets up Dunning on the far side. She is going to hammer it home once again to an empty back row corner. What a play from Addison Dunning. 16-9. Here comes a serve from the Cardinals. Malino hammers that one home. Right in the middle of the back row. Nobody home for Davison, 16-10. One of the girls on the serve. It'll be the senior setter, Abby Webster, serving it up. Play on the near side. Nice dig from Webster. Loya now wants to set up Lexi Brodachuk. She's going to hammer that one home for the point. 6 girls out there. It's Lexi Brodachuk, Morgan Brodachuk, Kylie Hutchins, Carmen Loya, along with Abby Webster. And then Malino out there as well. Dunning with the smash. The Oilers are going to be able to make a play on this one. Play at the net. Nice dig from Abby Webster. Malino looks for the little dump. I'm going to say that was too many touches over there for Mount Pleasant. 17-11. Danger zone now time here for the Oiler girls. And I've heard a lot about the reverse sweep. I have yet to see one, but the Oiler girls might need to make that happen if they can't come back here. Big time smash from the Oiler girls as they get the point there. 17-12. Malino on the serve. Sends it over with the right hand. Plays right at the net, going up, hammering it over. I guess not hammering it over is Lexi Brodachuk. The initial touch from Davison went right towards the net that allowed Brodachuk to go up and tip it to the ground for the point. Play at the net's going to be blocked. They're going to say it goes out of bounds, so it'll still be a point to Davison. Substitution coming in for the Oiler girls. Malino is going to get a break. Coming in for her is going to be Tessa Irvin. Naves on the serve for Davison. Morgan Brodachuk with the opportunity here on the near side. It's going to be in for the point. It was 11-7 Davison. They've kind of had that 4-point lead this entire way since. It's 18-14. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep things right here thanks to more of our great sponsors. Malley Construction, Brad Malley Well Drilling, and Clark Modular Homes. Fridays when we get score updates for our high school football games, they are brought to you by them. And still waiting for that call of a hole so big you could drive a Clark Modular Home through it, but hopefully we'll get one of those come playoff time or maybe one this week. What a game it's going to be Friday. The Beale City Aggies, the Ithaca Yellow Jackets, two of the most historic football programs in MHSAA history, will battle it out for the first time ever on the gridiron. We will be there for the call. It'll be going on about 6:30 or so, with our Woods Household pregame show. We've got conversations with Coach Hesbrook, with Coach Gross, and a couple players as well. Both of those will be released either kind of late tonight or early tomorrow. Today we were focusing on volleyball, the SVL Championship. Mount Pleasant Oilers, the Davison Cardinals. The Cardinals lead it 1-0. They lead set number 2, 18-14. The Oiler girls trying to rally back. Play at the net. Oiler girls handle it cleanly. Brodachuk goes for the smash. It's going to be blocked at the net by Darby Crystal. Darby Crystal and Addison Dunning at the net have been unreal for Davison. The Mount Pleasant girls have been great as well, but the seniors, Dunning and Crystal, have been getting it done for Davison. 19-14 is the score. The Oiler girls starting to get in desperation mode here. Brodachuk's attack is going to go long. 20-14. And this is where it gets scary if you're Mount Pleasant. You trail by 6, and Davison only needs 5 points to close out the quarter, or close out the set, pardon me. Brodachuk blocked at the net. It's Lexi Brodachuk. Now Morgan Brodachuk with the play. It's going to go out of bounds. It was a great effort from Darby Crystal. The attack from Brodachuk went into the net. So Crystal, there's no way she was going to time it right. She desperately tried to keep it alive. But the Oiler girls will get the point. It's now Lexi Brodachuk on the serve. 20-15. Davison with the lead. What a serve trying to make an attack on it from the back row. And doing a good job is Caroline Jenkins. Lizzie Laney set up in the middle. She's going to be blocked at the net. Great job by Lexi Barodachuk keeping it alive. Now a ground ball from Morgan Barodachuk. Smash at the net from Crystal. It's going to be blocked by the Orla girls. Now a little tip at the net. Barodachuk, Webster, Morgan Barodachuk. Her smash is going to be in. 20-16, right down the line and on the line for Morgan Barodachuk. And the Orla girls say we are not done yet here in set number 2, as it's now 20-16. That serve's going to go into the net, handled nicely by Jenkins, considering so. Block at the net. Somehow the other girls keep it alive. Loya has to pass it over. Free ball opportunity here for the Cardinals. Smash to the net. It's going to be blocked, but it still goes on the side of the Oilers. Another big-time smash for Miss Darby Crystal. (21-16). Davison in front. They lead it 1-0 here in the SVL title game. And all the girls won the North. Davison girls won the South. Whoever wins this will be crowned queens of the SVL. What a smash from Barodachuk. What a dig from Davison. Barodachuk with another smash. This one's going to be blocked at the net. Davison keeps it alive. Sent over by Naves on a little ground ball. Barodachuk with another opportunity. She goes for the tip. Nobody home. 21-17 is the score. Yeah, it seems like ever since it was 11-7, Davison, it's been that 4-point advantage, 5-point advantage for the Cardinals. Let's see if the other girls can close the gap to 3 and maybe tie this one up. Great serve from Morgan Barodachuk. Loya wants to set up Malino with the pass. Dunning now looking to make a play. She'll tip it over. Nice job by Laney using her height. Another block at the net from Laney. This one, nobody home. Great play from Lauren Brandon as she gets the kill. 22-17. Davison goes back up by 5. Coming out of the game is Darby Crystal. Coming into the game to serve is Peyton Beagle. Davison leads it 22-17. Here comes the serve from Beagle. Webster passes it back to allow some type of attack. Loya sends it over with a ground ball. Dunning going for the play. She's blocked at the net. Davison does a good job keeping it alive. Little dump from Abby Webster. It's going to be tipped. Sent back over by Webster. Davison doing a great job keeping things alive. Dunning now sends it over, and she'll get credit for the kill. 23-17. Timeout from the Orla girls. This is their last timeout of the second set. Winning set number 1 was Davison, 25-20. They've now got a 6-point lead with just 2 points to go here in set number 2. And the Orla girls could win 3 straight, but the more volleyball that I have seen, you get up 2-0, you could really suck the life out of that other team. More love going up J&J Auto. Been some collision reports out there tonight with some big-time smashes. Both the Barodachuk girls have been great at the net, along with Hutchins, Molyneux, and Lizzie Laney. For Davison at the net, it's been Dunning. It's been Darby Crystal. Those two have been unbelievable. 2 seniors for Davison, kind of leading the way up front for them. And Coach Katie Names. Davison 24-3 on the year. The other girls 25-6-1 on the year. Desperately need to come back here in set number 2. Laney with the play at the net. Davison's able to keep it alive. Another play. This one for Molyneux. She goes for the cross-court smash. It's dug out by Wilcox, but it pops right back over the net for an easy play for Molyneux as she hammers it home. Couple substitutions coming in for the Orla girls. It's Carmen Loya on the serve out there with Morgan Barodachuk, Lexi Barodachuk, Kylie Hutchins, Abby Webster, and Lucy Molyneux. Here comes the serve from Loya. 23-18. Orla girls need a run. Dunning goes for the smash, and it's stunning. It'll be good for the point. 24-18. Davison in front. On the serve is Berkeley Stimson. It's been Stimson, Darling, Both of them out there setting teammates up, along with Dunning as well. Malino with the play at the net. It's tipped. Davison keeps it alive. They got to send it over. Chance for Borodchuk to go on the attack here, and she'll hammer it home for the point. 24-19. The Oiler girls cannot make a mistake here. That's the difference between this sport and other sports. The other sports, you got to take advantage of the mistake. Here you don't have to. You're just going to get the point. Dunning with the smash for the kill. They'll take set number 2, 25-19. We had to set number 3 with the Oiler girls down 2-0 here in the Saginaw Valley League Championship, but that's the tough part about playing that school. Twice and a half your size in Davison. 25-6-1 Oilers trail 24-3 Davison, 2-0. Back with set number 3 after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Weefridge Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefridge Financial. Weefridge Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeefridgeFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Weefridge Financial, member SIPC. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Imagine a home that reflects your style. With WW Construction, that dream will become a reality. As a trusted Mid-Michigan builder, WW Construction specializes in builds and remodels that turn ordinary spaces into extraordinary ones. Join the growing family of homeowners who trust WW Construction for quality and craftsmanship. Call WW Construction today at 989-621-2722 to make your dreams a reality.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Set number 3, the Oiler girls down 2-0. Desperation time here in the Saginaw Valley League Championship for the Oiler girls. They fell in set number 1, 25-20. Fell in set number 2, 25-19. Both sets were close. 4 or 5 point lead essentially the whole way for Davison. And the Oiler girls just couldn't quite nip back into that lead. Here we go. Start of set number 3. See if the Oiler girls can start that reverse sweep here against Davison in the SVL Championship. As I say that, going up, making another big-time smash is the senior Addison Dunning. He's done it from the far side of the court a lot. This time it was more in the middle there, but a big-time smash from the senior. It's on the serve now for Davison. Start to wonder, maybe want to ask where she's going to play volleyball next year, because I would be surprised if she's not playing somewhere. She has been unbelievable tonight. Big-time smash there. This one from the freshman, Ayla Phelps from Davison. Dunning back on the serve for the Cardinal girls. If you're the Oiler girls, you got to be very careful not to get back down by 5-6 points again here in set number 3. This one's going to get sent over. They're going to say it was kind of a little touch there. Kind of get too much hand underneath the ball there for Davison. 2-1 the score. It's Morgan Borodchuk on the serve for the Oiler girls. Serve from Barochuk's a good one, just barely over the net. Barochuk, Webster, Hutchins, she'll send it over. Dug out by Davison. Have to pass it over. Free ball opportunity here for the Orla girls. Little tip over from Lexi Barochuk. Little setter dump. Beautiful play there from Berkeley Stimson. (3-1). Davison with the lead. And regardless of what happens here in the SVL Championship the rest of the way, the Orla girls will be favorites in their district. Their district will be at Cadillac High School with Bay City Western, Cadillac Midland Dow, and Mount Pleasant. So very, very strange. You actually have Bay City Central and Bay City Western separated. Again, very, very strange. But at Cadillac, Mount Pleasant will be the big, big favorite in their district. And still figuring out where we'll be for our volleyball playoff coverage. I think Beale City is going to be at home. See where Sacred Heart's going to be. The Shepherd girls, Clare girls, along with the Ithaca girls as well. That point's going to go to Davison, 4-2. Cardinal girls with the lead here in set number 3. I'll remind you again, we have got some big-time football coming up on Friday and Saturday as well. Friday, for the first time ever, Ithaca, Beale City. And then Saturday, kind of a win and get-in situation for Sacred Heart Academy, depending on who all lost. Nice block there at the net. Great job saving it by the Orla girls. Then going for the back corner is going to be Darby Krista. Looked in from my point of view, but they're going to say that it was out. Ooh, nice little break there for the Wheeler girls. As I said, Saturday, Sacred Heart Academy taking on Lake City. Essentially, if they win, they're in. Even if they lose, there's a chance they get in. But if they win, they will get in to the D8 playoffs for their first year back in 11-man. All the injuries they've had, that'd be a big accomplishment. Big-time smash. It's going to go long and out of bounds, though, for Davison. We're tied at 4 here in set number 3. Lexi Barochuk on the serve for the other girls. Out there with Morgan Barochuk, Lucy Malino, Lizzie Laney, Abby Webster, and Carmen Loya. The tip at the net's going to roll over. Could have gone Mount Pleasant's way, but it ends up going out of bounds on Davison's side. It's kind of a tough play on the net there. You could say the bounces tonight are going the way of Davison as they lead at 5-4. They're up 2-0 here in set 3 of the SVL Championship match. Loya to Webster. Malino goes to go cross court with a smash. Nice dig from Davison. Dunning tips it over. Great diving stop from Barochuk. Big play at the net. It's somehow kept alive by the Orla girls. Barochuk with a ground ball. Play at the net. Way to go to the back corner from Darby Crystal. Morgan Barochuk with a diving attempt to get there for the dig. She couldn't do it. It is 6-4. What a play at the net from Darby Crystal. She can drop the hammer on you, or she can locate and just kind of sweep it to that back corner if need be. Little tip over from Bursma. Loya, Webster, Barochuk, the back row attack. That's going to be out. Point to Davison. 7-4 Davison in front here in set number 3. Getting that 5-6 point threshold when I've talked with coaches. When you get down by that much, that's when things really start to become a bit herky-jerky. Webster to Bursma. She looks to tip it over. She's going to leave it short, though. 8-4, Davison in front. Wilcox is on the serve. She's had a run in each set here for Davison. Sends it over to right hand. Barochuk setting up Bursma here on the near side. She goes up, hammers that one. It's dug out by Naves. Dunning's hammer is dug out. Now a chance for Malino to go down the line. It's going to be out of bounds. 9-4. Davison in front. Timeout coming from Mount Pleasant. They need it. They trail by 5 here in set number 3. Down 2-0 in the Saginaw Valley League Championship. And actually see the SVL sign right now established was at 1904. That Saginaw Valley League established, but obviously gone through a lot of changes through the years with changes to schools over in the Saginaw area. But it's now come to the north, Got the 2 Bay Cities, the 2 Midlands, Mount Pleasant, 2 Traverse Cities, and the 2 Saginaws, essentially, for when it comes to football action. That makes that schedule pretty easy for Coach McIntyre. We got the 2 Saginaws, 2 Midlands, 2 Bay Cities, and 2 Traverse Cities. Davison not using much of that timeout, and why not? They've got all the momentum. Think about that. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, brought to you by our friends at Weefrich Financial. Both the Barotichuk girls have been great. Webster has been great, but oh my goodness, it's been a pretty darn special performance from Addison Dunning. Very rarely would give it to a school as far away as Davison, but what she has done has been pretty darn unbelievable. One of the better volleyball matches that I have seen from an individual. And if you asked me, I would tell you she's probably about 6'2 or 6'3, but then she stands at the net. She's not as tall as a lot of her teammates out there. She uses that vertical jump to go up and send that hammer home. Big-time play from Bursma there with the hammer, 10-5. The Orla girls need a run, and they need it in a hurry. Trailing 2-0, trailing 10-5 here in set number 3 in the SVL title game. It's Lucy Molyneux on the serve for the Orla girls. What a serve it is. It's an ace to the near side line. Diving to get it was Wilcox, but she couldn't get there. Excellent location on the serve from Lucy Molyneux. Wilcox ready for that one that time. Chance for Dunning to get set up on the far side. She just kind of trickles that one over. Now a little dump there from Webster. Dunning, nice dig from the Oiler girls to keep it alive. Was smashed by Crystal. Somehow the Oilers kept it alive. Now a play for Dunning with the smash. That one won't be kept alive. What a play from Addison Dunning on the far side. Couple substitutions coming in. Darby Crystal coming out. Peyton Beagle coming in for her. We've seen that happen, and Beagle goes back on the serve. It's 11-6. Davison in front here. Set number 3. They lead it 2-0 on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Barotichuk hammers that one home. It's in for the point. Woohoo! Morgan Barotichuk, the Bills custom fabrication type of smash right there for the point. And I'm already going to say, because I talk about the timber of the game, the Zaid Batchelder baller of the game, brought to you by Weber Brothers Sawmill and Weefrich Financial. Dunning's been unbelievable. There's an ace out there for the Oiler girls. It's 11-8. They're right back in it with Carmen Loya remaining on the serve. Out there with Tessa Weber, Lexi and Morgan Barotichuk. Also out there on the front row is Kylie Hutchins and Miss Abby Webster. Nice block at the net coming from Davison. Barotichuk goes for the little setter dump, but she's not the setter, over to the near corner, or the far corner where she found an opening, but Naves is there to dig it out. And then ultimately the point ends up going to Davison. That was a great read from Michaela Naves. Morgan Barotichuk saw a big-time opening, so she just kind of tipped it, set it over to the far side of the net in the front. Naves came in to save that one for Davison. They end up with the point. Sometimes it's just about keeping the ball in play and scrambling. If you can keep doing that over and over again, the other team's eventually going to make a mistake. That set's going to go over the net as they were trying to set up Dunning on the far side. 12-9, Davison in front. On the serve for the Oiler girls, it's Abby Webster. This is the Saginaw Valley League Championship match here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. The winner will be able to crown themselves queen of the Saginaw Valley. Diving attempt there from the Oiler girls. They can't get it. It's another kill for Dunning. She's now going to head back on the serve for the Cardinal girls. (13-9) is the score. Barotichuk tips that one over the middle. Dug out by Dunning. Now another play at the net. It's going to be blocked, but still goes on the side of the Oiler girls. 14-9. Davison wants the sweep here in the SVL Championship now. The Oiler girls desperately trying to come back here in set number 3. Play at the net ends up on the other side. Ground attack here from Barotichuk. Going to set up the freshman here is Davison. Nice dig from Irvin. Barotichuk goes to the smash. Nice dig from Naves on the other side. Back row attack now from Dunning is going to go into the net. Borodachuk digs it out. Now she's set up for the smash. She hammers that one home. Woo! Berkeley Stimson got there, but there was nothing she could do with it. 14-10. Morgan Borodachuk on the serve for the Oiler girls. Coming back into the game is Lucy Molyneux. She'll replace Tessa Irvin. Here to the near side with the smash is the freshman Phelps. Now Molyneux set up to hammer that one home. 14-11. Here come the Oiler girls in set number 3. They were down by, 5-6 moments ago. It's now back down to 3. The 3 points has kind of been that number for Davison. They have not let the Oilers close in much more than that this entire night as they lead it 2-0. Play for Dunning in the back row. Here to the near side to Molyneux. Dunning digs it out. It's going to be mishandled there by Davison. Point will go to the Oiler girls, 14-12. Timeout here from Coach Katie Naves from Davison. As the Oiler girls are making a bit of a run here in set number 3. They trail it 2-0, but they've battled back. I think it was, 14-9. It's now 14-12 here in set 3. Got Weefrich Financial, Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game. Feel kind of safe already. Thought, Morgan Borodachuk has been great for the Oiler girls. Also been really solid is the senior setter, Abby Webster. The Davison girls, Addison Dunning has been unreal at the net along with Darby Crystal. Those 4 girls, you could call them our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, along with our Zaid Batchelder ballers of the game. Brought to you by our friends Brian Weefrich and the crew downtown Mount Pleasant. You want your money to be a baller for you? Go talk to Brian Weefrich and the crew downtown Mount Pleasant. I know he's going to be busy with CMU homecoming coming up. 14-12 the score. Oiler girls on the serve. They trail it 2-0. Play for Phelps here on the near side. She's going to get the kill. 15-12. And if you're Coach Katie Naves, that's exactly how you want your team to respond. Coming out of the timeout, getting that point right back. Get the "She's a Freshman" chant once again from Ayla Phelps. She does not seem like a freshman out there on the volleyball court. She's got the height that you want, but she's also made some really smart plays as well. That point's going to go to Davison, 16-12. On the serve is Michaela Naves. Molyneux set up nicely by Borodachuk from the back row, but it's dug out by Davison. Going for the cross-court kill is Caroline Jenkins, but it'll just kind of flood around the net and fall back to the side of Davison. 16-13. Davison in front. Into the game on the serve, the junior Haley McIntyre for the Oiler girls. You'd love for an ace right here. Big time smash, but it goes into the net for Darby Crystal. 16-14. McIntyre back on the serve. Junior winds up, sends it over with the right hand. Setter dump over the back of the head from Davison. I like that play, but the other girls are ready for it. Now a block at the net from Lexi Borodachuk. It is 16-15. The Oiler girls battling back. They only trail by 1. They've got a long, long way to go, but it starts by getting set number 3 as they trail it 2-0 against Davison here in the SVL championship match. Play for Phelps on the near side. She's going to hammer that one cross court for the kill. 17-15. Davison in front. Daphne Darling, sophomore on the serve for Davison. The Cardinals 24-3 on the year. The Oiler girls 25-6-1 on the year. Both teams battle tested. Both teams already, conference champions or division champions. Now looking to close out that conference championship. Another big smash there from Davison as they get the point. They go back up 3, 18-15. It was just 16-15 moments ago. Couple big consecutive points. Daphne Darling remains on the serve. Here to the near side. Molyneux goes to the tip instead of the smash. They weren't ready for it. Brandon and Crystal on the other side. Point to the Orla girls. 18-16 the score. The Orla girls cannot drop this set. They've got to come back. Free ball opportunity here for the Orla girls. Play at the net. It's going to be blocked. Big time block at the net once again from Darby Crystal. Checking back into the game is Adeline Wilcox. She'll be on the serve for Davison. She's had a run in set number 2 and or in set number 1 and set number 2 at the serve. You could not have that right now if you're the Orla girls as you trail at 19-16 in set 3 and you're already down 2-0. Abby Webster looks to set up Bursma at the net. It's going to be blocked, but the Orla girls keep it alive. Now play at the net for Darby Crystal. She tips it over. Borodachuk to Molyneux. She tips it over. Now play at the net for Molyneux. She hammers that one down, or tips that one down. Not much of a hammer. 19-17. Lucy Molyneux now on the serve for the Orla girls. If you're Davison, you can start to feel it. You can start to taste it. You're 6 points away from calling yourself SVL champions. Play for Dunning on the far side. Nice dig from Borodachuk. Might have also been tipped as well. Play for Darby Crystal. She just pushes it to the back. They're going to say she got underneath that one a little too much, or a double touch there. 19-18. The Orla girls down by 1. Trailing 2-0. Lucy Molyneux remains on the serve for the Orla girls. Look to set up. Darby here on the near side, I guess kind of more in the middle. Now Borodachuk with a little tip over. It's going to be out of bounds. Not a bad play there for Morgan Borodachuk. It'll go out of bounds now, 20-18. Substitutions, it's Tessa Irvin coming in. It's Tessa Irvin, Lexi and Morgan Borodachuk, Carmen Loya, Abby Webster, along with Lizzie Laney out there for the Orla girls right now. It's going to be an ace. And pardon me, that's Bursma, not Laney, out there for the Orla girls. It's an ace from Peyton Beagle. 21-18 now the score. Timeout from Coach Grakowskis. She does not want this to be her last timeout as the Orla girls are battling tough with Davison. Davison won set 1, 25-20. Set 2, 25-19. Now looking for the sweep, up 21-18 here in set number 3. Start thinking about the seniors for this Oiler team. Again, they've got a lot of volleyball left. They will be district favorites coming up with Cadillac here in a couple weeks. But the seniors, Abby Webster, Carmen Loya, Kylie Hutchins, Ella Dawson, all had fantastic careers. You slide over, look at the seniors for Davison. Got Ellie Titsworth, Addison Dunning, Adeline Wilcox, and then Miss Darby Crystal. So you could argue these are both very young teams that you could see coming back again next year. Borodachuk hammers that one. Woo! She was not going to be denied on that one. Morgan Borodachuk with the smash. A little J&J Auto Collision Report, a little Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game type stuff right there. 21-19. Carmen Loya on the serve. The Orla girls desperately need to score 6 straight here. Play at the net for Dunning. It's going to be blocked. Another chance for Dunning to smash this one. She goes cross court. What a play from Loya to one-hand it. Now Borodachuk goes for the tip. Dunning is there. She is everywhere. We'll tip over this time from Spywak. Now another play for Borodachuk. She goes to the tip. There's Naves. Dunning to the back row. Dug out by Irvin. We'll tip over this time from Hutchins. Another play for Dunning on the far side. This time she goes to the tip. What a diving stop there from Borodachuk to keep it alive. Orla girls got to send this one over. Actually, a nice attack there from Webster. Now Dunning goes for another smash. She'll take advantage of this one. You give Addison Dunning 3-4 opportunities. She is going to hammer one home eventually. 22-19. Berkeley Stimson serving it up for Davison. Play here on the near side for Brochuk. She goes for that tip. Naves can't get to that one. Brochuk has saw that opening a couple times. Naves has gotten to a couple of them, but not that one. 22-20. The intensity in this gym is on high alert. Or just on high, I guess I should say. Dunning with a play in the middle. Brochuk going for that back row. It's good. What a play from Barodachuk. Instead of setting up her teammate, she noticed a whole lot of real estate open in that back row corner. Brought to you by Bryce Updegraff. Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. She took advantage, 22-21. Loya with the dig. Now sent over by Lexi Barodachuk. Phelps, freshman, set up. Nice dig from Loya. Now here to the near side to Morgan Barodachuk. Her smash is going to be long. 23-21. Davison 2 points away from the SVL championship. And one of the stars of the night, Addison Dunning, will be on the serve for Davison. Far side, Barodachuk for the smash. It's long. 24-21. Match point. SVL championship point for the Lady Cardinals of Davison. And their crowd stands up. Dunning sends it over. Here on the near side is Lexi Barodachuk. It's long. 25-21. Waiting to see. No, they're going to say that was in. 24-22. The Orla girls are not done yet. Morgan Barodachuk on the serve. Play for Phelps. It's tipped over. The other girls somehow keep it alive. Barodachuk with the tip over. Here to the near side for Phelps. It's blocked. The other girls got to send this one over on the third touch. Barodachuk going for the smash. It's long! 25-22. Davison takes it 3-0 to win the SVL championship. The Orla girls can still call themselves SVL North champs, but the SVL champion in the year 20 of 25 for volleyball goes to the Lady Cardinals of Davison. What a performance. We're going to take a break here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We'll be back to put a bow on this broadcast right after this. The Davison girls, Best Mount Pleasant, 3-0 to win the SVL championship. Back to put a bow on this one right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Brad Malley Well Drilling has proudly served Mid-Michigan since the early 1990s. We are family-owned with 3 licensed drillers and over 100 years of experience. We specialize in 5-inch PVC water wells and systems ranging from 2 to 12 inches. Every well we do includes a 5-year warranty and 1-year parts and labor guarantee. We are available 24/7 and you'll always talk to a real person. Call Brad Malley Well Drilling today for a free estimate. Trusted service, generation after generation.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Blockco Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad. Blocko Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't pure, don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pure Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipureplumbing.com. Block Electric Company in Wademan has been powering Michigan for over 30 years. There's no job too big or too small for Block Electric Company, like an entire school or something simple at the home, like making sure the outdoor lighting, thermostat, or ceiling fan is installed professionally. Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric Company, and go Aggies.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome on into our Bird All-America Grill postgame show here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Davison, what a performance. 3-0 over the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Addison Dunning was unbelievable. Darby Crystal was unbelievable for the Oiler girls. Morgan Barodachuk, Abby Webster were unbelievable. Those are our Zaid Batchelor Baller of the Games, brought to you by Weefrich Financial and our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the Game. But oh boy, our action is not over. Friday night, maybe the biggest game I've ever done outside of a couple state championship games, biggest regular season game by far. Beale City, Ithaca, Friday night. Join us live from Ithaca in our Barbary Law studios as those two historic programs take on each other. And then Saturday, kind of everything on the line as Sacred Heart Academy takes on Lake City, looking to get back to the playoffs for their first year back in 11-man football. But congratulations to the Davison Cardinal girls, SVL champs. But those Oiler girls still got a lot of season left and a lot of noise to make. Chris Bachman sign off till Friday when we'll have Ithaca